Hello there, Bravo Nation. This is the Bravo Nation team call for July 14th of 2016. Really been giving a lot of thought lately about what we do with inviting and how we build our business. And it kind of led me to a lot of different places discussion-wise with some other people that are leaders in the business. And I noticed a shift in one of the actual couples leadership in our group. All of a sudden, they just went hog wild in Dare to Dream, like overnight. And I mean, they've been around coaches for a while. We've chatted before, this coach and I have, and all of a sudden, they're just like, Jessica's throwing stuff out there about top producer and top coach recruiter, and I mean just whamming it. And I'm like, what in the world happened? So I reached out, and through a lot of different things that I've figured out, I guess, trial and error and different things, I think I've come up with a pretty cool idea, and I have some pretty neat things that I'm going to be posting in our Bravo Nation site. And I may do some of them my own. I may borrow from what some of the training that they've done, but they have, and I'll kind of tell you the story a little bit. And I don't think they'll mind me telling it, but Ashley and Joe Jerrigan, and Joe and I have kind of developed a friendship over the last year, and we've been chatting for probably the last 8, 9, 10 months. And every now and then, about every couple of weeks, we have a call together. And Ashley and Joe are both full-time Beachbody coaches. They don't have other jobs. So they just devote themselves to this. And they finally kind of came to a conclusion that for as much time as they were pouring into this, they weren't seeing the return. So here's the deal. If you're pouring a lot of time into this and it doesn't seem to be giving you the return, usually that means something's off. Something's a bit kilter, because this you're not any different than anybody else. This does work. So they actually went to their upline coach, Jody Carter, who is their upline elite coach. And Jody is amazing. Jody Carter is the first coach that reached out to me in a way that made me realize that that Dare to Dream was different, that this was not your typical multi-level marketing business where everybody's just trying to make money. She was genuinely concerned about me. I'm not in her downline. She's never going to make a dime off of me, no matter if I became 400 star, she wouldn't get nothing. And she was willing to spend time with me and talk to me and reach out to me like I was in her downline. And even more than that, it wasn't even about the business. It was more about, like, she really wanted to be my friend. And it freaked me out, to be honest, a little bit. I get people just randomly coming up and really wanting to be my friend. Jody really wanted to be my friend. And I'm like, what the heck? Who is this woman? So I have a lot of respect for her. Jody built this business and became an elite coach with spending very little time. All she had was an hour a day. That's all she had. And she went elite with an hour a day. And if it wasn't for the fact that she had some personal situations in her life, she may not have even retired from her day job, her night job. She was working in restaurant business when she did. If it hadn't been for some personal things that kind of pushed her to that. And I mean, she was making enough money to go ahead and make that decision, but she was still building the business and didn't have plans to retire at the time. Anyway, kind of telling her story a little bit, but when Joe reached out to Jody really talked to them, and they came up with a great idea. And I'd seen this before. Alicia actually uses a version of this, and I had never thought about this, but what Joe and Ashley came to the conclusion is, which is the same conclusion I came to. How many of us are sending Facebook messages to people over and over and over and over and over again, and we never get a response? It's just crickets. They don't comment back. Even when we're trying to form them, even when we're just saying, hey, how things going, they don't respond. And what they kind of came to the conclusion is they were just blasting, I mean, Facebook instant messenger messages out to everybody under the sun and not getting any traction out of it. The amazing amount of people weren't, coming back to them, getting in touch with them, which is what we all experience. So what they did is, and I'm going to, like I said, when I get done here, I'm going to post these links on Bravo Nation. They've allowed me to do that. They have told me I can. So what it is that they started going into Facebook and they actually friend 100 people a month. And they use Facebook to build a friends list of those people for that month. I didn't even know Facebook did this until a week ago. You can, over on the side, on the left side, about 2/3 of the way down, there's a thing that says friends list, and you can click on it and you can create your list. And what they do is they make a June list. So they made a June 2016 list. Now, what I didn't know is that as you add friends, the second you send the friend request, you go up and add them to that June list. And their goal is to add 100 people a month. So here's the cool part. You click on your June 2016 list, and it tells you how many people are in there. And the other cool thing, it gives you all of their news feeds. Just those people. So what they have been doing, what Ashley and what Joe have been doing is they have not been forming in Instant Messenger. They're forming on their Facebook pages. So they click into June. So right now, this is July. They have taken all the people that they added in June. I can't remember what Joe told me, but how many people he added in June. But he is using that news feed, that exclusive news feed for just the people he added in June. And he's commenting and he's reaching out on their Facebook pages. He's getting into almost full-blown conversations with the comments back and forth with them on different things. And he shared in the video that I'm going to share that on Bravo Nation, he said that there was one lady that was being very political and very negative and was posting like 50 times a day. Just garbage that she was forwarding and sharing and stuff. Not the type of person that Joe wanted to recruit, not the type of person he felt like would make a good reach for his team. So he just eliminated her. He just got her out of there. But other people that he's committed to and he's talking to and everything else, and he's sharing with on Facebook, when he does end up sending them that instant message, if they don't respond right away, he'll even say right on their Facebook page, their Facebook front page, when he's commenting, he said, hey, I sent you an instant message on Facebook, when he might be commenting about something else, on their Facebook page. Hey, glad to hear, your aunt's okay. We were all praying. And oh, by the way, hey, did you happen to see my message or whatever? But he'll send him that Facebook. The first month that they did this, Joe ended up being the top producer in Dare to Dream for coach signups. And he was I think he was like third overall, like in Success Club points. Totally different mindset from what we've been doing. I've been anyway, forming on Facebook Messenger, and it's really hard to have a conversation and to build that relationship with people on Facebook Messenger. However, everybody looks at their newsfeed, and everybody's willing to reply back to nice things and positive things that you say on their newsfeed. Today, I just posted on one of mine that came up. I posted, they said something about all the food that they ate. They went to the Eaton County Fair, and they had hot dogs and everything else and cotton candy and all that. And I said, you know what? I carry Pepto-Bismol in my backpack for people just like you. That's what I put on her Facebook page. And she laughed and said, boy, I sure am glad you're my friend. And, and it's like, I just met this person on Facebook, and we're going back and forth about food and what it does to your body and everything else. I'm forming her, but I'm forming her right up on her page on stuff she's posting that she's interested in. I'm already connecting to her. Why are we trying to create these connections in the background, in the back door of Facebook and in Instant Messenger? That makes no sense. Form them where they're living, which is in their news feed. Then when we send them the, hey, would you be willing to check this out? So I did a test. I took 10 people, and I did this. I started commenting on their news feeds for these 10 people for the last week. I invited those 10 people to the Coach Open House. Guess how many? Now, I have never had more than 2 people in the Coach Open House. I have 5 people in the Coach Open House this time. Half of the 10 said, yeah, go ahead and add me to the open house. I was like, what is this? That's never happened, ever. And I'm like, wow. And literally what Ashley says in one of the videos is that this changed their business in a 24-hour time frame. Just that quick, it changed it. Now, it's not a miracle pill. We still got to put the work in, but it changes how we form. We're actually forming where people want us to be. They want us to comment on their news feed. You stick stuff on your news feed because you want people to comment, right? That's what you do it for. So we're feeding that, and we're commenting, and we're talking about that, and we're chatting about stuff. And I even had one person that I commented on their Facebook post, and they sent me a Facebook instant message and said, man, thanks a lot for putting that on my Facebook post. That was really encouraging to me. I'm like, man, I'm trying to get you to converse with me on Facebook Instant Messenger, and people are, this guy just came to me. It's kind of a shock out of the blue. So now, I know he uses Facebook Instant Messenger, and, I can communicate to him that way. So the idea is 100 people, find 100 people to friend, put them in that news feed for this month. So we're already about halfway through this month, but that doesn't mean we can't add 50 people. And you're clicking through anybody that you have mutual friends, and you're just adding them. And then what he does is that he makes sure that that next month, so then we walk into August, he is going to start posting on their news feeds like crazy. And then halfway through the month, what happens? Oh yeah, the Coach Open House. So, hey, would you like to come to the Coach Open House? And he shares the coach opportunity with them, and sends them the video, asks them if they'd be willing to, check out the open house, see what I do as a coach. They say yes, send them the Dare to Dream video, and then add them to the open house. I did this with 10 people and got half. I know Ashley and Joe just posted a list of about 25 people that I think that they had in that Coach Open House. Dirty scoundrels. And I know that they have not had that many people before in there. So it's what they're doing, but they make that list. So right now they're adding people like crazy in the month of July that they're going to go form and start posting on their news feeds in August. The list that they're working right now is their June list. That's the list they're working now. They're going in, they're clicking on that June list of friends, and that's what they're doing. And then they're going after those people. But think about the numbers. If you're adding 100 people a month, and you're forming 100 people a month, and then you're inviting 100 people a month, because all you're doing now is just popping a script into a Facebook Messenger forum. If you did the day before the Coach Open House, Jessica ran that power hour. Kathy, I think you did that with us too. That was awesome. But I literally used that script. I cut and pasted her script. I didn't change it. I cut and pasted it and threw it out. I ended up with 5 of the 10 people I sent it to wanted to be added. But it was people that I've been forming on their Facebook pages. So now I haven't been doing it for a month, but I've been doing it for a week. So it's kind of a short-term thing. But I mean, they're seriously saying that it's saving them time. They're not wasting time forming like they used to. They're on Facebook, but they're scrolling a very specific group of people. They find somebody that they just think, I'm not sure I want this person on my team. I mean, they're selective. They'll get them off. But if they really like these people and they're like conversing with them and they're posting, but they're not off, liking and posting on a lot of other pages. They're just pretty much honed in on that June group. So it's very targeted. So for us that struggle with adding people and invites, this is basically how they're doing it. Like they've got 3, I think, out on YouTube that are public, 3 videos, and I'm going to post them in Dare to Dream. They're worth looking at. I know they're worth looking at. I mean, for me, because my travel schedule over starting in a week is insane. I am moving all the time. I have to go to India for 2.5 weeks. So I am going to be in Chicago for a week, home for a week, vacation for a week, and then 2.5 weeks in India. So I know that I needed to get much more targeted and focused on what I was going to do with my business. And I wanted to see some more results than what I've been seeing. And I think this is going to do it. I think this is going to be the thing that's going to help me, and it's going to help me be able to honestly be able to say that I can make Success Club 10 a non-negotiable. It is going to happen, because if I am forming 100 people and inviting 100 people every single month, I only need 5 of them to say, yep, I'm in. That's it. 5. The other thing that they're doing is this is another big push that they're doing. They're not looking for customers, which we've kind of always done that in Bravo Nation. We've wanted people to be coaches. They're to the point now where if you're not willing to sign up as a coach, even if it's what they call a community coach, they don't call it a discount coach. They don't like that term. They call it a community coach. So what they do is they sign up a community coach because they want to put them in the community, because they're the strength of what we do in Dare to Dream is a community. It really is. It's the people that are in there. It's the relationships that we're building. Those are the people that, I mean, Jody reaching out to me getting a chance to talk to Ashley and Joe. I would encourage you, if you see a coach in Dare to Dream that you connect with, that you just like what they post, and man, instant message them, build that friendship with them, just go for it. There's so many good people in that team that can be a positive influence on your life. And I mean, some of these people I haven't even met face to face, but we chat all the time, and they're helping me in not just coaching, but anyway, but the community is so powerful that Ashley and Joe realize that the only way that they can get people to actually stick is if they're a part of the community. So they don't want them being a customer and not being able to be added into what we offer with Dare to Dream and Team 2 Legit and all that. Even though they may say, I had a lady tell me, I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to sign people up. I'm not going to do that. I said, that's great. However, if you want to hit your goals, I need you around these people, because they helped me hit mine. They were that important to me. And she was like, oh, okay, I get that. Well, then, yeah, put me in the community. And that's what we call it. We call it the community. Let's get you into the community. The community is what's going to save your hind end when, you want to quit and give up and go eat freaking 20 pounds of pizza. So they are. So that's really what's going to happen. So, and the more connections you can build with people, the more success they're going to have in their own health and fitness. And that's what we really want to do, is change lives. So 99.9% of the people that Ashley and Joe sign up are coaches. They just not willing to go the customer route. In fact, they've almost leaned to the point where if you're insistent on you just want to be a customer, they're not sure they can work with you. I mean, and terrible to say this, but well, it's not terrible, but it happened to me this last week. I had a lady that told me she was all in. She needs to lose 75 pounds. She's ready to go. She wants to hit it. And I said, the only way I can work with you is if you sign up as a community coach. I don't know how else to help you. If you're going to lose 75 pounds, do you know how much 75 pounds is? 75 pounds, that's what I've lost. That is a lot of weight, and it was rough. And if it hadn't have been for John and Jamie and Randall and Casey and everybody, all these other coaches that I met that wouldn't let me quit, that wouldn't let me back down when I was just like, man, this is I've lost 30 pounds. Good enough. I'm good. 30 pounds is good enough. I'm done. If I hadn't had those coaches around me, I would have quit. I like me being 75 pounds down, and they had a big part of that. So when she said 75, I'm like, I can't help you. She doesn't want to be a coach. She literally just feels like she's making a huge commitment and she doesn't want to sign up for that. Yeah, you are making a huge commitment. You're trying to lose 75 freaking pounds. Good gosh. And I don't know how else to help her. So I'm like, to this point, it's like, no. I mean, she literally wanted to just sign up as a customer. And I said, can't do it. I won't do it. It's going to jeopardize your ability to lose 75 pounds. I won't do it. I'm not going to get involved in something that's not going to help you. Because when you do it, I want you to be successful. I want you to hit a home run with this. I want to be high-fiving you a year from now because you've lost 75 pounds like I did. What that makes sense, right? So that's where I'm at. So I'm being a little bit more that way, but because it takes the emotion and the stress, anybody, well, I shouldn't say anybody, most people can easily comment on other people's Facebook pages. That's way easier to do. Hey, I really like this, man, what a great post. Hey, I saw that you got one person that's posting Pokemon. Oh my gosh, Pokemon everywhere. So I'm just making jokes on their page about, Pokemon, and they think they're funny. So that's my in with them. It's like, but I said, man, look how much activity you've gotten. You ran all over this park trying to catch this squid lizard or whatever the world that thing was. And they said, yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't even know what it is. And they were like, yeah, we're crushing it. I've never been this active. In fact, I'm like, I get home and I'm like, why am I so tired? Oh yeah, I ran on my lunch all over today trying to catch that little squirrely thing, the squirrel zizzle, whatever, that was in the park, across from my work, all day. So my daughter's running around the yard tonight because outside of our house there's a whatchamacallit, and she's been trying to catch a whatchamacallit forever, and she's running around the yard today trying to catch the stupid thing. I'm like, she's 21 years old. Are you kidding me? So, but hey, she's out being active. So, that's kind of stuff that we, that we need. That's a conversation starter. Isn't it great to get up and move around and feel good about yourself? It's awesome. And so, there's all kinds of things I can comment to that. So it's easy to do that, easy to form. And then just the script, just take that script that Jessica had to invite him to the Coach Open House and go splat, blah, 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 all over the place. That's all you got to do. And then just wait, see what happens. But man, and I ended up doing 15 total invites, just to make sure we're accurate here. But I ended up doing 15 total invites to the Coach Open House, and I got 5 back. So I felt like that was pretty good. But the 10 that I specifically targeted that were brand new people to me, half of those came. So, and the 5 people that I've known for a long time that I put in, none of them responded. So, but I haven't been on their Facebook pages posting all the time either. So I just think this is a huge win. I think you can add people that may be already on your friends list in Facebook and say, hey, I'm going to throw them into my July group. Even though they're not new, I'm going to put them on my July group because I'm going to start posting on their stuff. Don't make them come to us and look at our stuff. Who cares about that? I'm probably going to not cut down, but I'm not going to be as concerned about getting 5 posts in a day on Facebook. I'm just not. I want to do my one morning one that's kind of inspirational. I want to do my one, hey, here's me in the day in the life. And then I want to do the one that's in the evening that's more of the challenge. More of the, let's deep thoughts about your life, deep thoughts about your finances, deep thoughts about, where I'm developing, sharing my personal development, the motivation stuff in the morning, here's my life, and then that. And then once a week, come right out and go, I'm looking for people. I'm looking for 7 people. My number is going to be 7. I wonder why my number is going to be 7. Perfect number, heavenly number. But I'm looking for 7 people that are willing to say, hey, I want to make a change. I want to make a change in my finances, my life, and everything. And that's going to be my weekly post. But other than that, I'm just going to post, hey, what's happening in my life and the changes that are happening in my life because I'm in this business and because I'm taking my health seriously and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so motivation, morning, something happened in the day in the life, something goofy or stupid, or, take a picture of the bald eagle in my backyard or whatever. And then and then something, other than that. So, and then other than that, it's just, if I post more than that, it'll just be because I'm messing around with friends and family, but that'll be it. So.
Wait, you have bald eagles in your backyard?
Yes, I have one. I have a male.
Wow.
Yeah, he lives a mile away. He's got a nest a mile away with a female. He's a 4-year-old immature male, but he stands about 4.5 feet high, and he's got almost an 8-foot wingspan. And
wow.
he's a young one. I can't even imagine what he's going to be like when he's grandpa, because they're saying his wingspan is going to be 10 feet.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, when he gets full grown. He's a big immature male, but he's only 4 years old. Yeah, the DNR had him numbered and named and everything when I called him. Anyway, wow. Yeah, but I do have he comes in the backyard and picks fish out of my lake every once in a while. So the first time I saw him, I told Teresa, we have to put the dogs in because he will think, oh, look, lunch, running around the yard. So, yeah, that could happen. So anyway, so that's pretty much, to me, I think this is a game changer for our team. I think it's a game changer for anybody that comes in. It's a way to do it. Ashley was kind enough, after I got done talking to her, she had Joe do a video teaching her how to make this friends list, and then they put it on YouTube and sent me the link. So I'm going to post that link in Bravo Nation the second I get off this call. I'm also going to post the other 2 links that they have, which is how to convert, how to basically do the invites, how they're doing invites now. And then the second one is how they convert and transition people from the invite into actually being coaches. And like I said, Joe right now he's killing it. He's just absolutely kicking the tar out of it. He just, in that fast, in a period of a week, he's gone to one of the top producers in Dare to Dream, and he's still one of the top producers in Dare to Dream. And he hasn't been on that list in months.
Yeah.
And that's all they did. That's all they did. They just changed it so that it was something that they could do in an hour a day. And man, it was huge. And that was something they came up with Jody. So, and Jody's all about time. She wants to invest as little time as she can for the maximum output. So that question that you asked me earlier today, Kathy, was timed perfect, because that's exactly what this was about. It's just narrowing it down to the most important things, and don't get caught up in all the other stuff that we're doing, and just stay focused on that. And that's why I think for now I want to continue to include my coaches, and to make sure that we have that monthly challenge group. As we do get people that are coming in, that we can put them in that group. I've gotten kind of a good cadence with that, to run it on a monthly basis. So I just want to keep doing that, and then letting my coaches use that until, their teams get big enough for it so they can go off and do their own thing. But I think I just want to continue to do that, and just provide that, because that takes stress off of, somebody trying to do their own, with maybe not minimal input. So not that we have a lot of, the funny thing is, I don't know if you've looked at the post in our challenge group lately, Kathy, but you'll see a ton of people have seen it. Like 22 people have looked at it, 1 personal comment, but they're seeing it. That's the key. So I'm okay with it. As long as I know people are looking at it, I'm good with that. I can live with that. So.
Well, and I just feel like if some of us that have been involved in the weight loss and just being a part of this for a little bit longer can post, I think that's encouraging too. Gives them a little bit more to look at. I hope.
Right. I agree with that. So was this helpful? Did you think this will help?
Yes, I do. In fact, I had already started talking to people on their pages instead of in Messenger, because I had the feeling from some responses like they felt like they were being stalked. Like, I don't know who you are really, and you're asking me all these questions about, kids, even though they had posted things about kids or grandkids. Right. It felt to me like they were being very cautious in their replies.
Right.
And reasonably so, they really don't know who I am. So if it's done in public, then I think it takes the edge off a little bit.
Well, yeah, and it's public, and you can see. I mean, you can see my profile right away, and you can see it was really cool because there was a girl on my Facebook that I friended her a while ago, and she posted the other day that she was removing. She said, I have way too many friends on Facebook. I don't need this many. She had like, I can't remember, 1,200 or something. She wanted to cut it down to like 400 people. So I thought, well, I mean, I've met her on Facebook. Doubt she'll keep me, whatever. All of a sudden, she posted. I posted my motivational post yesterday morning. She shared it on her page. I was one of the ones that made the cut. And I've been trying to be just really encouraging her. I know she's been through some stuff, but I've been just trying to encourage, her on her Facebook page, because she does. I mean, she is really trying to change her life and do some better things with her life and stuff. So I've just been really trying to encourage her. So I think that's good, that that we're having that kind of impact, but we can do it out front where people value us enough out front that then when we say, hey, why don't you jump in here, then they're cool with it. They're okay with it. So they feel a lot better about it. So anyway, but hopefully that was really helpful. And like I said, I'm going to jump off here and post those right away, and we'll go off and own our day and bring the joy. So is there anything else you needed to ask me? We good?
We're good.
All right, awesome.
That was awesome and very timely.
Yeah, it was. Well, and I've been kind of frustrated with the same thing. So, so this just made sense. And then when I put it to the test, it worked. And I was like, and that's what Ashley says in one of the videos. She said, literally in 24 hours, our world changed the second we started doing it like this. And we just fell over. They were stunned. And, they've been working as no jobs, full-time Beachbody coaches for over a year. And in 24 hours, they've had more results probably in that time frame they have in years. So I think that speaks a lot. So, okay. All right. We'll see you. Have a good night. Bye.